In this video lecture, we will discuss reactions of nitrines. So, as we have discussed in previous lecture, these nitrines, they are highly reactive reaction intermediates in which monovalent nitrogen carries 6 electrons. Therefore, these nitrines, they are electron deficient compounds. They are electron deficient reaction intermediates and therefore they act as electrophiles. Moreover, these nitrines, they give a similar reactions as that of carbenes. Their reactions are very similar. So as in case of carbene, let's discuss the first reaction of these nitrines, which is a addition reaction to alkenes. Addition reaction to alkenes. So if you have any alkene, for example, if you have say this one, these nitrines, they can undergo addition to these alkenes. They can undergo addition reaction to these alkenes, okay, to give rise to a corresponding cyclic derivatives. And in this case, three-membered cyclic derivatives which are called aziridines. So these nitrines, they undergo addition to this carbon-carbon double bond to give rise to a three-membered cyclic ring with one nitrogen that are called aziridines. And this reaction is also used for detection of nitrines. If you remember, the addition reaction of carbenes was also used for the detection of carbenes. Now here also, this addition of nitrine to alkene is also used for the detection of these nitrines. Now let us look at the stereochemistry of this addition reaction. And stereochemistry is same as that of carbenes. That means in case of singlet carbene, the reaction is stereospecific, in which one stereoisomer gives rise to one product while another stereoisomer gives rise to another product. While in case of triplet carbenes, the reaction is non-stereospecific. So let us begin with the addition of singlet nitrines. So here addition is stereospecific and take place by concerted mechanism via cyclic transition state. So there is no rotational bond and it gave rise to a corresponding single product. For example, if you have cis-2-butene, so this is cis-2-butene. So if you carry out the addition of nitrine, singlet nitrine, since both electrons were present in the same orbital, so here addition take place via concerted pathway. That means the bond between this nitrogen and these two carbon formed simultaneously and this double bond break at a same time. So reaction is concerted. So this carbon-carbon double bond break while these carbon nitrogen bonds, they formed in transition state. So you have a CH3, CH3, CH3 and as such. So it remains as such. So this kind of transition state is called concerted transition state. Concerted means in which all bond breaking and bond formation take place in a single transition state. And since in this transition state, it's a cyclic transition state, and moreover, you have a here partial double bond between these two carbon. So no rotation around this carbon-carbon bond is possible. So that will simply lead to the product which will be same as that of your transition state, as no rotation is possible between carbon bonds. So this gives rise to a cis product. Okay. So you can see cis butene give rise to a cis aziridine or the cis product. Now in case of trans butene, so what will happen in case of trans butene, since reaction is stereospecific, so trans butene will give rise to a trans product. So now this is your trans 2 butene. So again, if you carry out the addition of nitrene, so again this singlet nitrene, it get added across this double bond by a concerted pathway via single cyclic transition state in which no bond rotation is possible around these carbon. So you have a concerted transition state, and which finally give rise to the same product as no bond rotation is possible around here. So it will give rise to the product as such. So you have hydrogen, methyl, methyl, hydrogen. So you can see the similar group, they are on opposite side. So your product is trans. So that's why this reaction is stereospecific. Now stereospecific means your one reactant give rise to one stereoisomeric product, another give rise to another product. There's no mixture of products. So cis give rise to a cis here and trans give rise to a trans product. So this addition is a stereospecific. But in case of triplet nitrines, so if we consider addition of triplet nitrines. Now addition of triplet nitrines is a non-stereospecific reaction. Non-stereospecific reaction, that means whether you use cis or trans alkene, it is always going to give you a mixture of cis and trans. The product will remain same. Why it gives rise to a mixture of product or reaction is non-stereospecific, as these triplet nitrines, they behave like radicals. So here addition is by stepwise mechanism. And in stepwise mechanism, there's a rotation around carbon-carbon bond. So carbon-carbon bond rotation can take place that give rise to the mixture of products. So let us see. So let us again begin with the cis 2 butene. It will be same as that of trans. Okay, so suppose if you have a cis, and let us carry out the addition of triplet nitrine. So these two electrons, they are present in different orbitals, so they behave like the radical. So here radical addition take place rather than the concerted addition. So this one electron, it attacks on the one carbon, and this bond undergoes a homolytic bond cleavage. So that give rise to a radical intermediate. So you have a single electron over here, nitrogen, single electron over this nitrogen, and R. So this is diradical intermediate. Okay. Now since there is a free carbon-carbon bond over here, there is a carbon-carbon single bond, so this bond can rotate, and if this bond rotate, so it can give rise to another product, another intermediate. So hydrogen come over here, methyl after here, after rotation, and in fact this one is more stable, this one. Okay. So both intermediates are possible. So you can see whether you take over here cis or you take trans over here, it is always going to be these two intermediates. So this intermediate will give rise to a cis aziridine or the cis product, while the another radical intermediate will give rise to a trans product. So this will give rise to a cis, and this one will give rise to a trans. So you can see you will get a mixture of products here, irrespective of your starting reactant molecule. Whether your starting reactant molecule is cis or trans, it doesn't depend, and you are always going to get the mixture of these two products. So if you use trans over here, again it gives rise to a mixture of these two products, cis and trans. So therefore, this addition of triplet nitrene to this alkene, unsymmetrical alkenes, is a non-stereospecific reaction. So this is just similar as that of carbenes. Same happens in case of carbenes. Instead, in here you have a nitrogen. In case of carbenes, you have here you have nitrogen. In carbenes, you have a carbon. Now let's look the next reaction, and the next reaction is, so next reaction is again a addition reaction. So and let us see the addition of these nitrines, addition of nitrines to arenes, that means to the aromatic compound. So here also this addition of nitrines to arenes result in a ring expansion reaction. It results in a ring expansion. For example, suppose you have benzene and suppose we carry out the addition of this nitrine. Okay, we carry out the addition of nitrine to this benzene. So again addition take place. So first of all, addition take place to the double bond to give rise to the aziridine derivative, which further undergoes a ring opening reaction, or the ring expansion reaction. So this bond will break. So this will result in a formation of 7-membered ring compound, which is called azepine. However, the formation of azepine takes place only if there is a no protic solvent or no proton is available. But what will happen if protic solvent is available? In presence of protic solvent H plus ion, this H plus ion will be taken by this nitrogen and it will result in a formation of substituted aniline. So this will be taken by this nitrogen, so it will become plus. Okay, and then simply this carbon nitrogen bond will break and that will give rise to a substituted aniline derivative. So rather this bond or this bond, anyone can break to give rise to a substituted aniline derivative. So in absence of solvent, protic solvent, you get azepine after the addition of this nitrine to the benzene. But in case of protic solvent, due to the protonation of this nitrogen, you get the substituted aniline derivative. Now let's look over the next reaction. And the next reaction is again a very important reaction, and that was come in last year exam also. Insertion reaction. Insertion reaction of nitrines. So these nitrines, they also undergo an insertion reaction into carbon hydrogen bonds to give rise to corresponding substituted amine derivatives, just like in case of carbenes. Okay, for example, if you have, say you have a cyclohexane, okay, so here you have a large number of carbon hydrogen bonds are here there, and if you treat it with, say, this azide upon heating, so what will happen? when you heat this azide, it will lose nitrogen molecule. It undergoes a thermolysis to give rise to corresponding nitrine, which will undergo insertion reaction. So this nitrine, it will undergo insertion in between this carbon-hydrogen bond to give rise to a corresponding amine derivative. So here you will get a amide derivative. You get the corresponding amide derivative, as there is a C double bond over here. There is a acyl bond is there. If you have a simple nitrine, suppose you have a simple nitrine, in that case you will get corresponding nitrine, you will get a corresponding amine derivative. So this will undergo insertion between this carbon hydrogen bond to give rise to a corresponding amine derivatives. Okay. So the product formation depends upon this nature of this group R. So if you have in general, we can say if you have a nitrine and if R group is acyl group, that is C double bond O R group like this, say here R prime. If it is acyl group, sulfonyl group or cyano group, in that case reaction take place very fast and yield of product is good. But if R is a alkyl group, in that case reaction is slow, this addition reaction is slow and poor yield of product is obtained. While if R is a aryl group, in that case you will get corresponding aniline derivatives. Because R is aryl, so of course you will get corresponding aniline derivative. So this is a how nature of this group R in nitrine give rise to a product in case of substitution, in case of insertion reaction. Now let us look over the selectivity of this insertion. Selectivity of insertion reaction. Now selectivity means suppose you have tertiary carbon hydrogen bond, secondary carbon hydrogen bond and primary carbon hydrogen bond. Suppose say you have this molecule CH3, CH3, then you have CH3 over here also. Now you can see it contains of all three kind of carbon hydrogen bonds. So these are the primary carbon hydrogen bond, these are secondary carbon hydrogen bond, and here you have one hydrogen which is a tertiary carbon hydrogen bond. Now these nitrines, they are very selective in insertion, and these nitrines, they undergo insertion to this tertiary carbon hydrogen bond rapidly, then secondary carbon hydrogen bond and then primary carbon hydrogen bond. For example, so here when you heat it, say with azide, either in presence of heat or in photolysis, so nitrine is get added to this carbon hydrogen bond, which is tertiary carbon hydrogen bond. So that give rise to this product. So it will get added over here, it get inserted over here, this one. So this one is your product. So insertion take place selectively. Now let us look at the mechanism of insertion reaction. So mechanism is different in case of singlet nitrine and triplet nitrine, and just like in case of addition reaction to alkenes, singlet nitrines, they undergo addition by insertion by a concerted mechanism, while triplet nitrines, they undergo insertion by radical mechanism. So let us start with the singlet nitrines. So here this reaction is stereospecific, and stereochemistry of your starting molecule is preserved. Stereochemistry of your starting molecule is preserved, and reaction take place by cyclic concerted transition state. Since reaction take place by cyclic concerted transition state, so your stereochemistry of your reactant molecule is preserved. So for example, say if you have a this singlet nitrene, and suppose this is your carbon hydrogen bond, and this is their stereochemistry. Suppose this is R prime. Okay, R prime is here. Suppose let's take it R single simply R, and this is also R. So insertion take place between this carbon hydrogen bond, and the stereochemistry of your product is same as that of this reactant molecule. It doesn't change. So as I told you here, addition take place by concerted pathway. That means the simultaneous breaking of this carbon hydrogen bond take place, and the same time bond between this nitrogen and hydrogen and this nitrogen carbon formation take place. So the reaction take place via single step pathway. So this bond began to break in transition state. At the same time, the bond between this nitrogen and hydrogen and this carbon and nitrogen began to form, and the stereochemistry remain same over here. So a reaction take place by the cyclic concerted pathway. So that will give rise to your product. So in final product, this carbon hydrogen bond break, carbon nitrogen and nitrogen hydrogen bond formation take place. So that give rise to a carbon NHR prime. This one. So reaction is stereo specific. But in case of triplet nitrines, as triplet nitrines, they behave like radicals. Triplet nitrines, as they behave like radicals. So here the reaction is non-stereospecific, as free rotation against bond can take place, and it can give rise to the mixture of products. So reaction take place by radical mechanism, multi-step radical mechanism rather than single step. So here reaction is a multi-step. So suppose you have triplet nitrine. So these two electrons, they are present in different orbitals. So again, suppose you have here you have a this one. So first of all, the homolytic bond cleavage between these two carbon hydrogen take place. So this take this hydrogen. So that give rise to a radical intermediate. So in radical intermediate, as you can see, so this is your radical intermediate, biradical intermediate. So as you can see, there's a free rotation around this carbon can take place. So that can give rise to the mixture of products. So if these groups are different, you will get the mixture of these products. So we have seen in case of single nitrine, the insertion reaction is stereospecific and take place by concerted pathway, while in case of triplet nitrines, it is non-stereospecific. Same is true for carbenes also. So if in exam they ask you write down the mechanism of insertion reaction of carbenes into carbon hydrogen bond, so just replace nitrogen with the carbon. The everything will remain same, and this mechanism will remain same. So let us take one or two examples of these insertion reactions, and then we will move to next reaction. Suppose you have this molecule, that is this molecule, which is a these two methyl group are present on the same side, and this is your hydrogen. So it is a cis molecule. So it is a cis 1,2-dimethyl cyclohexane. And suppose we carry out the addition of nitrine. And suppose how we carry out the addition of nitrine. Suppose we take azide and we carry out the thermolysis of azide in presence of solvent, say dibromomethane, which is act as solvent. And as we know, when the reaction is carried out in presence of solvent, in that case, so in presence of solvent, you get triplet nitrine. So when you perform the reaction in presence of solvent, what is you get is triplet nitrine. So here you have a triplet nitrine. Okay, and if you do the same reaction by taking azide and say heating in absence of solvent, so in that case you are basically adding singlet nitrine. So when you are adding singlet nitrine, so again this has a secondary hydrogen and tertiary hydrogen. Nitrines are get added to the tertiary nitrogen, and in case of singlet nitrine, stereochemistry is preserved. So the stereochemistry of your product will be same as that of your reactant molecule. Reaction is stereospecific. So it get added over here, and you can see the stereochemistry is same. So these methyl are above and these groups are below. While in case of triplet nitrine, it's a non-stereospecific reaction. So you are going to get the mixture of products. So one is like this. And another will be its mixture. So you will get both cis and trans. So this methyl will come below, NHR, methyl and hydrogen. Now this is a trans product, and this is your cis. So reaction is non-stereospecific, and here you get only cis product. So reaction is a stereospecific. So this was all about the addition reaction. This was all about the addition reactions to the of the nitrines to the various compounds. If I can take one or two more examples. Okay. So this was the insertion reactions of these nitrines across carbon-hydrogen bonds. Next type of reaction of these nitrines is a rearrangement reaction. So again, this rearrangement reaction is very similar as in case of carbenes. So they undergo a rearrangement in which migration of these alkyl groups or the aryl group can take place from the adjacent carbon. So suppose you have this nitrine, and mechanism will remain same. If you have a singlet nitrine, in that case migration will take place by concerted pathway, and if you have a triplet nitrine, then this migration will take place by free radical pathway. Suppose you have these groups R prime, C, R double prime. So this group migrates from this position over this nitrogen, and this pair of electrons they shift in between these carbon nitrogen bond. So you will get this one. And these compounds containing carbon nitrogen double bond, they are called imines. And if you do the hydrolysis of these imines, so this bond breaks and this gives rise to corresponding carbonyl compound plus amine. So this is one of the methods by which you can prepare amines. Now the migrating tendency of the different groups is in the order of hydrogen has a maximum migrating tendency, then aryl group, and then alkyl group, which has a least migrating tendency. So for example, say if you have this one and suppose you treat it with sodium azide. So what will happen? First of all, this bromine will be substituted by this azide ion. So you will get corresponding azide compound, this one, and then say you heat it, okay, so there will be loss of nitrogen, so you will get corresponding nitrine, and then migration will take place. Now here migration of, now since you have a three different group, phenyl, methyl and hydrogen. Now since hydrogen has maximum migrating tendency, so migration of hydrogen take place to the nitrogen. So this will gives you, sorry, hydrogens get migrated to nitrogen, so you will get double bond NH and methyl, and if you do its hydrolysis, this imine bond breaks and you will get corresponding carbonyl compound, which is acetophenone plus ammonia, so you will get the product. So these were the few reactions of nitrines. So go through them, and these we have discussed all kind of reactions, and these reactions they are very similar as that of carbenes. And as I told you, here in rearrangement reaction, if you have a singlet nitrine, so you can write mechanism by yourself. In that case, this migration will take place by concerted pathway, in which this bond break and this bond formation take place at the same time. Carbon nitrogen bond take place, formation take place. And if you have a triplet nitrine, in that case reaction mechanism is free radical. Reaction take place by the free radical mechanism. Okay, so this was all about nitrines.